All right, let's dive into a pretty big idea today. We're talking about a plan to build a new digital address system. But hang on, this isn't for websites, it's for AI. The vision here is to create a kind of digital passport for every AI, for a whole new economy that's literally being built right now as we speak.
So I want to start with just this number on the screen, 1.2 billion. Kind of makes you wonder, right? What could that possibly have to do with artificial intelligence?
Well, it turns out that's the number of people, mostly in countries that speak Spanish, Portuguese, French, and Italian, who don't say AI. They say IAI. And this isn't just a fun fact about linguistics. It's really about a much bigger question. Who gets to define the language we use for our digital future?
And believe me, that future is coming at us fast. We're already moving way beyond just asking chatbots questions. We're stepping into what folks are calling the Agentic Economy, where AI isn't just a tool anymore, it's becoming an active player.
So what is the agentic economy? Well, imagine AI agents not just giving you information, but actually doing things for you. We're talking about them managing a company's inventory, booking your entire vacation, even negotiating contracts, all by themselves. They are, for all intents and purposes, becoming autonomous economic actors.
And look, this isn't some far-off sci-fi fantasy. This is happening right now. You've got heavy hitters like Google and IBM working with the Linux Foundation to build the rulebook for this, the digital highways these AI agents are going to use. Now, it's still super early. The final rules of the road aren't totally set yet, but the construction has definitely begun. And get this, the value of transactions flying across these new highways is expected to blow past $1 trillion in just a few years.
But, and this is a huge but, this creates a massive problem. Let's call it the liability vacuum. If one of these autonomous AI agents messes up, say it books the wrong flight, makes a bad trade, or gives out dangerous legal advice, who's on the hook? Who's responsible? Right now, it's like we're creating this whole new class of digital workers with no driver's license, no ID, no passport. There's just no clear way to hold them accountable.
Okay, so you might be thinking, well, why can't we just use the systems we already have? It's a fair question. But it turns out our current internet infrastructure just wasn't built for a world full of autonomous agents.
The systems we've got today are just, well, they're flawed for this job. On one side, you have things like Web3 domains, which are cool, but they're built on the blockchain, and that basically locks out most traditional businesses. Then on the other side, you've got these massive registries from Amazon and Google. The problem there is they're like walled gardens. An AI built on Amazon's system can't easily talk to one on Google's. It just fragments the whole economy into these little digital islands.
And this perfectly illustrates the kind of hidden risks we're facing. I mean, think about the .ai domain we see everywhere. It's become the default. But guess what? It's actually the country code for the small Caribbean island of Anguilla. That means a massive chunk of our global AI infrastructure is fundamentally tied to the laws and political stability of one single small nation. It's been an amazing success for them, no doubt, but for the rest of the world, it's a huge risk.
And that brings us to the proposed solution, a brand new top-level domain, .ia. The key difference here is all about intent. You see, .ai became the standard completely by accident. .ia, on the other hand, is a deliberate, planned vision to build a piece of public infrastructure designed from the ground up for this new agentic world. This vision for .ia is really built on a few core pillars. First, it has that linguistic legitimacy for over 1 billion people. Second, it's designed to be a technical bridge connecting the internet we all use today with a decentralized future. Third, and this is so important, it's legally structured as a public benefit company. And maybe most crucially, the people behind this are so-called internet elders, some of the original architects of our digital world. These are serious infrastructure builders, not speculators.
And you know, when you actually lay it all out side by side like this, you can see how it's designed to plug all the critical gaps. Unlike those private registries, it would be governed by the global internet body ICANN. Unlike .ai, it has a public benefit mission baked right into its DNA. And unlike anything else out there, it's designed to bridge Web 2 and Web 3, and it includes things like agent verification and subsidies for the Global South right from the get-go.
But this is where the vision goes from just interesting to, well, truly radical. It's not just about the tech, it's about the entire economic model. It's built around something they're calling a public benefit moat.
90%. What does that number even mean? I'll tell you this much. It's not a marketing slogan. It's a legally binding promise.
That's the percentage of net proceeds, or profits that are legally required to be plowed back into public good programs. And that word net is absolutely crucial here. It means all the operating costs, all the salaries, everything needed to run a secure, top-tier operation gets covered first. This isn't about giving away revenue and going broke. It's about building a sustainable utility that then dedicates its profits to its public mission.
And this gets to the very heart of the mission. The ultimate goal, as the source material says so well, is to turn the automation economy into a funding engine for human stability. We're talking about using these funds for things like digital literacy programs and even piloting universal basic income.
Now, a big vision is one thing, but it has to be backed by a concrete plan, right? To build trust, this whole thing is based on a clear social contract made up of 5 key commitments.
Okay, so it starts with safety. The rule is simple: no anonymous agents. Everyone and everything has to be verified. Next is inclusion, with full support for different languages and subsidies for developing nations. Then there's a commitment to transparent governance, with public audits so everyone can see what's happening. Fourth is research, a promise to share anonymized data so we can all study how these AIs behave. And finally, interoperability, a promise to work with everyone, to be a bridge, not another walled garden.
So let's boil all this down. Why does any of this actually matter? Well, for one, it could give us a neutral, trusted identity for AI, which could finally solve that dangerous liability vacuum. It honors the way over 1 billion people talk about this technology. It creates a real mechanism to share the incredible wealth that automation is going to generate. And maybe most importantly, it offers a truly democratic public interest option, instead of letting our AI future be controlled by a handful of giant companies or by the random laws of a single nation. And that really leaves us with one final, and I think pretty crucial question to think about. As these AI agents become more and more powerful actors in our economy, in our society, who do we actually want writing their rules? Is it a private company? Is it a single country by sheer accident? Or should it be a global public utility built for everyone? That's really what's at stake here. Thanks for tuning in.